My name is Emma Sullivan. I'm 27 years old, and 3 months ago, I went home for the holidays and discovered my parents were setting an extra place at dinner every single night. For nobody. An empty chair, a full plate, silverware arranged perfectly. "Mom, why is there an extra plate?" "For your sister," she said simply. "I don't have a sister." My mother looked at the empty chair and smiled. "She says you're wrong about that." I looked at my father. He was nodding, agreeing with the empty chair. That's when I realized something was very, very wrong with my parents. But what I discovered over the next few weeks was worse than any mental illness. Because my parents weren't crazy. They were right. Stay with me. This story will change everything you believe about family. I'm an only child born and raised in rural Maine. My parents, Sarah and Thomas Sullivan, were loving, normal. We had a good relationship. I moved to Boston for college, stayed there for work, visited home a few times a year. Every visit was normal. Family dinners, catching up, nothing unusual. Until this past Christmas, I arrived home on December 23rd. My parents picked me up from the bus station. They seemed fine, happy to see me, hugging, talking about holiday plans. But when we got home, I noticed small changes. Photos on the walls I didn't recognize. A little girl I'd never seen before. "Who's this?" I asked, pointing to a picture of a child about 5 years old. "Your sister," my mom said casually. "Mom, I don't have a sister." "You do. You just don't remember her." I laughed uncomfortably. "Are you joking?" "Why would I joke about that?" My dad interrupted. "Let's not do this now. Emma just got home." "Do what? What's going on?" "Nothing. Your mother's just tired." But it wasn't nothing. That evening we sat down for dinner. My mom set the table, 3 plates, normal. Then she set a 4th plate, at the head of the table, the chair facing me. "Mom, that's an extra plate." "It's for Lily." "Who's Lily?" "Your sister." "I told you I don't have a—" "Emma, please," my dad said quietly. "Just let it be." "Let what be? There's nobody sitting there." My mother looked at the empty chair. "She can hear you, you know. Don't be rude." I stared at my parents. They were both serious, both looking at the empty chair like someone was sitting there. "Mom, Dad, is this a joke?" "No joke," my mom said. "Lily's been with us for months now. She comes to dinner every night." "She comes to dinner?" "Yes. We talk to her. She talks to us." I felt cold. This was wrong, really wrong. My parents were seeing someone who wasn't there, talking to an empty chair. This was delusion, hallucination, mental illness. "Dad, can I talk to you in the kitchen?" He followed me. I lowered my voice. "What's going on? Is Mom okay?" "She's fine." "She's talking to an empty chair." "She's talking to Lily." "Dad, there's nobody there." He looked at me with sad eyes. "Just because you can't see her doesn't mean she's not there." "You see her too?" "Every day since October." "What does she look like?" "Like you did at age 7. Same hair, same eyes. She's beautiful." My father was describing a child, a detailed child. That didn't exist. "Dad, I think you and Mom need to see a doctor." "We don't need a doctor, we're not sick." "You're seeing things that aren't real. That's the definition of sick." "No, Emma, we're seeing things you can't see. That's different." I didn't know what to do. My parents seemed normal in every other way. They weren't confused. They remembered things correctly. They functioned normally, except for this one thing. They believed there was a little girl named Lily living with them, a girl who sat at dinner, who they talked to, who they could see and hear, but who wasn't there. That first dinner was the most uncomfortable meal of my life. My parents served food, put a portion on the empty plate. They looked at the empty chair, spoke to it. "Lily, honey, eat your vegetables," my mom said to nothing. My dad laughed at something nobody said. "She's funny tonight," he told me. I sat there frozen, watching my parents interact with air. After dinner, my mom cleared the plates, including the untouched food from the empty chair. She wasn't very hungry tonight, she said. I helped clean up, trying to process what was happening. Mom, please talk to me honestly. Do you really see someone sitting there? Of course I do. What does she look like? My mom smiled. She looks like you when you were little, before the accident. What accident? She blinked. I'm not sure, but I know there was an accident. Mom, this isn't real. There's nobody there. Emma, I know what I see. Your father knows what he sees. Just because you don't see her doesn't make her less real. That's exactly what it makes her. My mom's expression hardened. You're upsetting her. She doesn't like when you say she's not real. How do you know what she likes? Because she told me. How? How does she tell you? I hear her, in my head, clear as I hear you. This was worse than I thought. My parents weren't just seeing things, they were hearing voices. I called my brother that night. Wait, I don't have a brother. I called my aunt, my mom's sister. Aunt Carol, I'm worried about Mom and Dad. What's wrong? I explained everything. The extra plate, the invisible child named Lily, the conversations with empty air. How long has this been happening? She asked, her voice tight. They said since October. Did you know about this? No. But Emma, there's something you need to know. Something they never told you. What? You did have a sister. Her name was Lily. My heart stopped. What? She died when you were 7. You were there when it happened. The trauma was so severe, you blocked it out. You don't remember her at all. I had a sister who died? Yes, a twin sister. Fraternal twins, Lily and Emma, born 4 minutes apart. I couldn't breathe. I had a twin? Yes. You and Lily were inseparable until she died. How did she die? Aunt Carol was quiet for a long moment. It was an accident. A drowning. You and Lily were playing by the lake behind your house. You were both 7 years old. Your parents were inside, just for a minute. What happened? Lily fell in. The water was deeper than you both thought. She couldn't swim well. You tried to save her. You jumped in after her. And? Your father heard you screaming. He pulled you both out, but Lily had been under too long. They couldn't revive her. Tears were running down my face. I don't remember any of this. Your mind protected you. You were so traumatized that you completely blocked it out. You spent a year in therapy. Eventually, you just forgot she ever existed. But Mom and Dad remember. Of course they do. They never forgot. They buried her, grieved her, lived with that loss for 20 years. So why now? Why are they suddenly seeing her? I don't know. Maybe grief does strange things to people after enough time. Maybe they need to believe she's still with them. After I hung up, I sat in my childhood bedroom, trying to remember a sister, a twin, named Lily. But there was nothing. No memories, no images, just blank space where she should have been. I looked around the room. It was decorated for one person, one bed, one desk. But looking closer, I saw things I'd never noticed before. 2 names carved into the wooden desk, Emma plus Lily. A photo on the dresser I'd overlooked 1,000 times. 2 little girls, identical, standing by a lake. Me and someone who looked exactly like me, my twin. I went downstairs. My parents were in the living room, talking quietly, talking to the empty chair between them. Mom, Dad, I need to talk to you. They looked up. Aunt Carol told me about Lily, my twin, who died when we were 7. My mother's eyes filled with tears. You remember? No, I don't remember anything. But Carol told me what happened. We never wanted to hide it from you, my dad said. But after the accident, you blocked it out so completely, the therapist said not to force it, to let you heal naturally. So you just never mentioned I had a twin sister? We thought you'd remember eventually, but you never did. Years passed. It felt too late to bring it up. But now you're seeing her. You're setting a plate for her at dinner." My mother looked at the empty chair, smiled. "She came back to us in October. We woke up and she was here." "Mom, she's not really here. You're grieving. You're imagining her because you miss her." "No," my mother said firmly. "She's here, real as you are." "Then why can't I see her?" "I don't know. Maybe because you forgot her. Maybe she can only appear to people who remember her." My father spoke quietly. "Emma, we know how this sounds. We know you think we're crazy. I think you're hurting. I think you need help." "We don't need help. We need you to understand." "Understand what?" My mother looked at the empty chair again, tilted her head like she was listening. "She wants to tell you something," my mom said. "Who? Lily?" "Yes. She says you need to remember. She says it's important." "Remember what?" "The day she died. What really happened." Over the next week, I tried to remember. I'd sit quietly, close my eyes, try to pull up memories from age 7. Some things came back. The house, the lake, playing outside. But nothing about Lily. It was like she'd been completely erased from my memory. My parents continued setting the extra plate, talking to empty air. I watched them, trying to understand. They seemed sane in every other way. They paid bills, cooked, maintained the house, remembered current events. Only this one thing was wrong, this belief in a dead daughter's ghost, or spirit, or whatever they thought she was. One night, my mother sat me down. "Lily wants me to tell you something about the day she died." "Mom, Lily can't want anything. She's not here. Please, just listen." I nodded. "You and Lily were playing by the lake. You were pretending to be mermaids. You both waded in." As she spoke, something flickered in my mind. A memory? Or just suggestion? "Lily went deeper. She was always braver than you, less cautious." I saw it. For just a second. A flash. A little girl with my face laughing, splashing. She slipped, on rocks, went under. The memory got stronger, screaming, water, panic. You jumped in after her. You tried to save her. I was there, in the memory, 7 years old, diving under the water, reaching for a hand that kept slipping away. You couldn't reach her. She went too deep. You started drowning too. I felt it, the water filling my lungs, the terror, the darkness. Your father pulled you both out, but Lily was already gone. I gasped, tears streaming down my face. The memory was there, clear, real, my twin sister, drowning, while I watched, while I failed to save her. "But there's something else," my mother said quietly. "Something you don't remember. Something Lily wants you to know." "What?" "You didn't fail her. She saved you." "What do you mean?" "When you both went under, Lily pushed you up, used her last breath to push you toward the surface. That's why Dad could reach you first." "She saved me?" "She sacrificed herself so you could live." I was sobbing now. "I didn't know. I didn't remember." "That's why she's here now," my mother said. "She wants you to know you're not responsible. She wants you to forgive yourself for something you didn't even know you were carrying." "How do you know this? How can you know what she wants?" "Because she told me. She tells me every day." I looked at the empty chair where my parents claimed Lily sat, and for just a second, just 1 second, I thought I saw something. A shimmer, a shadow, the outline of a small figure. But when I blinked, it was gone. I extended my stay, told my boss I needed family time. Truth was, I needed to understand what was happening. Every night I sat at dinner with my parents, and the empty chair I watched them interact with something I couldn't see. And slowly, I started to notice things. The way the air seemed warmer near that chair. The way shadows fell differently around it. Small things. Subtle things. One morning, I found a drawing on the kitchen table. A child's drawing. 2 stick figures holding hands. Emma plus Lily, written in crayon. "Did you draw this, Mom?" "No, Lily did." Mom, that's impossible. Look at the handwriting. That's not my handwriting. It's a child's. She was right. The letters were shaky, uncertain, like a 7-year-old wrote them. But how? I don't know, but I found it this morning, just like you did. More things started happening. Toys appearing in the house, child's toys, old toys from the 1990s photos developing strangely, a blur where the empty chair was, a shadow that looked like a small person. My father showed me videos he'd taken on camera. You could sometimes see a distortion, like heat waves, where Lily supposedly sat. I'm not crazy, my dad said. We're not crazy. Something is happening here, something we don't understand. Do you think she's really here? Lily's ghost? I don't know what to call it. But yes, I think some part of her is here. One night, I decided to try something. At dinner, I looked at the empty chair. Lily, I said out loud, if you're really here, I need a sign, something I can't explain away. My parents watched me nervously. I want to believe you're real, but I need proof. Please. Nothing happened. We finished dinner, cleared the plates. I went to bed disappointed. At 2 a.m., I woke to sounds downstairs. Music, a music box, playing a lullaby. I went downstairs. In the living room, an old music box was playing, one I'd never seen before. My parents came down too. That was Lily's, my mom whispered. We packed it away 20 years ago, in the attic, in a sealed box. Where is it now? In the attic, still sealed. I checked last week. We went to the attic, found the box, still taped shut, dusty. We opened it. Inside was an identical music box. Silent, closed. Downstairs, the other music box kept playing. Where did it come from? I asked. I don't know, my dad said. But it's the same box, same song, same everything. We stood in the living room, listening to impossible music, and I finally accepted the truth. Something was here. Something real. Something I didn't understand. Maybe it was Lily. Maybe it was something else. But it wasn't just my parents' imagination. I stayed for 2 more weeks. Every day, I tried to see Lily. Really see her. I couldn't. Not clearly. But I felt her. Sensed her presence, the way the air changed when she was supposedly nearby, the way my parents' expressions shifted when she spoke. One night, I tried talking to the empty chair. Lily, I'm sorry I forgot you. I'm sorry I couldn't save you. My mother's face changed. She says you did save her. By remembering now. By coming home. I don't understand. She says she's been waiting for 20 years for you to remember, so she could move on. Move on? To where? She doesn't know. But she knows she can't stay forever. She just needed you to know the truth first. What truth? That you're not responsible, that she loves you, that she always has. Tears ran down my face. Can I say goodbye? You can try. I looked at the empty chair, trying to see what my parents saw. Lily, thank you for saving me, for coming back, for helping me remember. The air shimmered, just slightly. I love you. I'm sorry I forgot you, but I remember now. The shimmer grew stronger. For just a moment, I swear I saw her, a little girl, 7 years old, my face, my eyes, smiling. Then she was gone. The air felt different, lighter, empty. My mother gasped. She's gone. What? Lily, she left. I can't feel her anymore. My father put his hand where she'd been sitting. She's really gone. We sat in silence. Is that what she needed? I asked. For me to remember? To forgive myself? I think so, my mom said. I think she was stuck, waiting, and now she can rest. Do you think she was really here? I know she was. I don't care if anyone believes us. We know. I went back to Boston last week. My parents no longer set an extra plate at dinner. The photos of child Lily are still on the walls, but they're memorial photos now, not current. "We miss her," my mom said on the phone yesterday, "but it feels right, like she's at peace." "Do you think I'm crazy for believing this?" I asked my therapist. "I think something happened in that house. Whether it was supernatural or psychological or something else entirely, I can't say. But it helped you process trauma you'd blocked for 20 years. So it was real? It was real to you. That's what matters." I still don't fully understand what happened. Did my parents hallucinate my dead twin due to grief? Did they experience shared delusion? Or was Lily's spirit really there, waiting 20 years for me to remember? I don't know. But I know this. I had a sister, a twin, who died saving my life. And I spent 20 years forgetting she existed. Now I remember, and I'll never forget again. So here's what I learned from all of this. Sometimes the most unbelievable things turn out to be true. Sometimes our minds protect us by forgetting, but sometimes we need to remember. And sometimes the people we've lost find ways to reach us, whether through memory or dreams or something else entirely. Have you ever experienced something you couldn't explain? Something that felt impossible but also undeniably real? Have you ever blocked out a traumatic memory only to have it resurface years later? Share your story in the comments, because these experiences are more common than we think. And if this story made you think about loss, memory, and the thin line between grief and reality, hit that subscribe button, because I share stories daily about family, secrets, and the mysteries that exist in the spaces between what we know and what we believe. My name is Emma Sullivan. My parents set an extra plate at dinner for a daughter who died 20 years ago. At first I thought they were losing their minds, but then I remembered I had a twin sister named Lily, and she came back, just long enough for me to say goodbye. Thank you for listening. Remember, grief is strange, memory is stranger, and love transcends everything, even death. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, believe in this. The people we love never truly leave us. They live in our memories, our hearts, our stories. And sometimes, if we're lucky, they find ways to remind us they're still there.